A win is a win is a win is a win. What is up, Finn fans? Unfortunately, my stream went down. So for the last 7 minutes of the game, I was not live against the Colts. If that same thing happens where we're struggle bus sitting for about 3 quarters and all of a sudden my stream starts crapping out, even if my stream doesn't crap out, I'm ending the stream. Miami Dolphins get the W. They are now tied for second place with the New York Jets. Buffalo, I think, as of right now, is tied with the Houston Texans. That game is going into overtime. I got to check if Josh Allen's back in that game because he hit his head pretty flipping hard. And if he is still playing, that is crazy. He's still playing. I don't get it. But anyway, let's recap this game. We're going to talk Tyler Huntley, 18 for 31, 194 yards, one interception, 63.1 passer rating. I will talk about him in a second. Jalen Wright, 13 carries, 86 yards. Raheem Mostert, 19 carries, 80 yards. And Alec Ingold with the rushing touchdown. Devon Achane got knocked out with concussion. Love that Mike McDaniel finally got his head out of his tuchus and ran the ball and got about 166 yards between these two running backs. Jalen Wright had 6.6 yards per carry, and Raheem Mostert had 4.2. Keep running the ball. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 69 yards. Jonnu, 5 for 62, and Jalen Wright, 4 for 46. Jake Bailey had the block punt, which kind of hurt us. But again, the defense did their job. Defense only had 2 sacks on the game. That's the other thing that is really going to bother me. And I'll talk about that once I get over all this other stuff. Then we look at Jacoby Brissett, 18 for 34, 160, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Ramondre Stevenson, 12 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 52 yards off of 6 carries. Demario Douglas, 6 catches, 59 yards. I know he wanted, I think it was it Douglas that wanted that touchdown? But I'll talk about it. And Kashawn Boutier, 2 catches, 34 yards. They had 3 sacks on the game. Overall, when you look at team versus team stats, the Miami Dolphins had 24 first downs to the Patriots 15. And we were 2 for 11 on third downs. They were 4 for 13. We had the ball for 10 minutes more, give or take. We had more yards. We had 2 turnovers. Thank God we lost a turnover, but we won that. Penalty-wise, we had 6. They had 12 penalties for 105 yards. That was a big factor in us winning the game, is the 12 penalties for 105 yards for them. Overall, I'm going to give you my analysis. The offense is still struggling. Tyler Huntley did what he could with what he could, but he still is inaccurate with his passes. I understand. I think his completion percentage was what? They don't have it here. I think he 18 for 31, probably around like 50% completion percentage. His passes were either low, over the top, inaccurate, but he did what he needed to do to get us this W. The run game did what they needed to do. Finally, Mike McDaniel was like, hey, the run game's working. I'm just going to keep running it and running it and running it and running it. Got us in the end zone. Got us the W. The thing that bothers me about the defense, because again, we held them to 10 points, which is fantastic. The defense did their job. The offense finally put some points on the board and helped us. We only got 2 sacks on a team that gave up 7, 6, like over the past 3 weeks, they gave up like almost 14 to 17 sacks. I think the 49ers had 6 sacks and then the Jets had like 7 sacks and we only got 2. We only got 2 sacks. That needs to change. That needs to, like, I know that I like to give rookies a little bit of time, but I'm not seeing anything really from Chop. Right? Like, I'm not seeing much pressure from Chop. He had 1 quarterback hit. I need to see more from him. I need to see more of a pass rush. I need to see more consistent pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. But the offense is still struggling. The offense is still a huge problem. And Mike McDaniel, it's 5 weeks now. We're sitting at 2-3. We still have, a long season to go. I'm, again, genuinely surprised the fact that Josh Allen is still playing. They lost to the Houston Texans 23-20. as I'm making this. But the fact that Josh Allen stayed in that game after taking that hit and hitting his head surprises me. But right now, the Dolphins are one game out of first place. They're still in it. They still have a season, but I don't feel like they're going to do anything because of the offense. Now, Tua comes back after the Colts game. We got a bye week coming up. Then we got the Colts game. And then Tua comes back. Will we be 3-3 when he comes back? Will the Jets beat Buffalo and then, help us? I'll tell you what we need to happen this upcoming week and then the following week. Like, a lot of stuff needs to happen to really help us, but I just don't feel comfortable. I still don't feel comfortable with this offense, and I don't feel comfortable with the offense going forward against the Colts, especially with, the defense kind of struggling here and there. But again, held them to 10 points, so I can't be too upset about that. It just worries me, man. It just worries me as I'm looking at the Arizona Cardinals are now up 7-0 on San Fran. I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, we're going to turn it around. This is it, blah, 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 because I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's a lot more that has to go into this offense because we scored 9 points. And I will say this, we missed 2 field goals. One was a bad snap, and the other one was a knuckleball, hit the upright. We get those 2 field goals. We're looking at a 21-10 win, and this last drive wouldn't have given me a heart attack where, we needed to stop them. And then I think it was Douglas. It might have been Polk, who a lot of people don't understand or are confused with the rule. If it's the sideline, you could drag your toe, but if it's in the end zone, his toe hit inbounds and then his heel went out of bounds. You got to get your whole foot in. It's dumb. Ask Calvin Johnson how dumb the touchdown rule is. But if we would have lost this game, which we were very, very close to losing this game, I would have been very, very pissed. And I would have started, I already don't want I already don't want Greer back regardless. Say we go on a tear, say we don't don't lose another game, we go 14-3. I still don't want Greer back because he doesn't know how to build a team. He doesn't know how to get the right players. He's still bringing in injury-prone players. He's still, bringing in ineffective backups. He's still not doing what he needs to do as a viable general manager. It's just, we have these great, fantastic weapons in Tyreek Hill, Odell, and who are going to be even better. That's the other thing, and we'll talk more about that the rest of this week and talk about it next week because we do have a bye. Is hopefully we get Wynn back. Hopefully we get Cam Smith back. Hopefully Bradley Chubb is good enough to come back in 2 weeks. We got the bye at the right time for our guys to get healthy because they are kind of banged up, especially with Devon Achane dealing with a concussion. He'll probably be back by the time we play the Colts. But this is why they added the running backs they did, because Devon Achane goes down and Raheem Mostert and Jalen Wright, 1-2 punch, getting 80-something yards each. Huge for this team. This win is pivotal. This win was absolutely pivotal. I was saying to my dad when the stream went down, we were watching the game, I was like, we need to go into the bye off of a win. We can't go into the bye off of a loss, and this is it. We're 2-3. Jets are 2-3. They got to play Buffalo. It's not going to be easy. And then after they play Buffalo, they got to play the Steelers. So the Jets very easily could be 2-5. And if the Dolphins take care of the Colts, 3-3. And then again, Buffalo, they don't have an easy skid going either. So just got to take care of business. Got to beat the teams you're supposed to. And at this point, I don't know what teams you're supposed to beat. I have absolutely no idea. I think the Colts won. Before I get out of here, let me just give you guys a little bit of an update. No, Colts lost to the Jaguars. So Jaguars finally got their W. They're sitting there at 2-3. So again, anything is possible, but this offense, to me, that's what it all comes down to. The offense needs to do something. We cannot rely on the way this offense is playing. We want to win. We want to beat these teams. You have the weapons in Odell, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Jalen Wright, Devon Achane. You have all of these weapons. You need to produce more points than we are, and you can very easily beat these teams. to me, it has to do with quarterback play. And I'm not here to jump on Huntley because he did his best and we won the game, but his ball placement is all over the place, man. And he floated some, he threw a poor interception. I'm hoping this extra week he kind of gets it together and he's even more comfortable, because you see it. He is more comfortable in this offense because we were moving the ball more this week than we were last week. And to me, I think that the Patriots have a little bit better of a defense than the Titans. So hopefully another, 2 weeks under his belt before we play the Colts will really help him. But comment below, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the deeper dive. But like usual, stay classy. Offense out.